Do. Tie! Hey! Neverland. Hold on. Coffee. Oh, wait, another one. I take another one. Hi. Well, as you can probably hear, I don't have much of a voice right now because on Sunday night I went out singing for the first time in a while. Well, a week. After having the flu, trying to gain some strength back in my voice. So I went out singing, did some karaoke and did some karaoke and karaoke. Did some of that. And pushed myself, I think, a bit too hard, but I don't think too hard would be an option. I'm a singer. Or at least I was a singer. Anyway, so that's why I have no voice right now. It's been a couple days. This is now Tuesday. Yeah, it was Sunday night. Anyways, coming back at you with an answer to the question video. And I'm playing with the internet right now. Hold on. I have to sign into my YouTubes. And we're going to do this. Why? Because I said I would. So we're just going to tap like this. Hi guys, it has been a while. You know, I swear all I've been doing is working anyway. And that's all I do is work. Trust me, I bleed pizza sauce. So, which henceforth will further tell you that I don't sing that much anymore. Because I'm usually working night shift at work, closing off. And for days at a time. So, I'm going to go to my channel over here, little tab. Oh, YouTube. Okay. And we're going to go like this and click on my Q&A video and pause it so you don't have to hear me over me. You know what I mean? Like 2 layers of me. That's too much me. We don't need that. Going to do this. Let's scroll down. Maha. I'm going to take my ugly mug in this small little window like this. Put it up like this so everything's working properly. And going to answer your questions. Now that I'm looking at this, 2 of my favorite people in the world, 2 of the funniest guys I've ever met, both equally and separately, they're just, oh my fucking God, they're funny. That channel, of course, is, I've said this a lot in my videos, a lot of my rants, and even my quick updates. You know, I always like calling them quick updates, but they're not really quick. They're pretty long, because I like to talk. Imagine that. Only this way I can't get interrupted. I've covered that before, which I love. Love it. Fucking love it. Okay, so, my boys at T.Heat, right there on YouTube. That's T-D-O-T-H-E-A-T, 2 separate words, T.Heat. And also, Flav's channel by his own is Toronto Fire. 2 words, Toronto, as in Toronto, Canada, Fire, as in fire. My boys. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't think I'd be doing this still, honestly. And I'm not trying to put you over, just say, I'm sorry, coffee. I'm just waking up like 2 hours ago at like 2 in the afternoon. I'm all slothy. Oh, I just worked 5 nights in a row, okay? So you have to bear with me. And if you can't bear with me, too fucking bad. Good coffee. Okay. Let's hop to it. First question. I'm just going to go straight down. There's only 3 of them anyway. Well, at least here anyways. First question comes in from T.Heat. And I'm guessing it's from Danny, just because I know his sense of humor. Persian midget. I mean, you... Philadelphia monkey. You polygons and stuff. You know what? Yeah. Fuck. What the hell am I saying? I'm tired. And the question is, I'll read the first. I think it's one. Hold on. There's a read more thing. Dan, what the hell are you doing to me, man? Okay. So there's like 2 and 1. Okay, let's do this. So Danny, I'm assuming, asks, have you ever pondered the thought of calling yourself if you decided to go back into rock white Jesus? what would I call myself if I decided to go back into rock? I never, the old nickname's Hollywood because, well, I'm pretty, and I used to wear makeup and tight pants that were women's 2 sizes too small. You know what I'm saying? I never really, other than Hollywood, I don't think I've ever been called anything other than Tyler or Ty, or, you know what I mean? It's not like it's, the lead singer of like, oh, let's name a band with a, no, not like the typical, like, not Freddie from Queen, nothing like that. What was that band called? Lead singer, Anvil. The lead singer's name is Lips. I don't know if I could pull that one off, man. I'm barely cool enough as it is, That's a good question. Thanks for that one. Hollywood stuck for a little bit. I still have at least one person that still calls me that. And his name, he's a bass player for another band, that's how I got to know him, who I love him to death. Salty Cracker. And he was named Salty Cracker after his dad, Soggy Cracker. So, these kind of funny things just kind of stick, between two people that have known each other for quite some time. I don't think I've ever had a nickname or would ever have a nickname, I think that's kind of grandiose. I mean, it's bad enough that I have to use part of my ego to get up in front of people and, you know what I mean? And Flab, you know what I'm talking about. I've seen your videos, Mr. Boombastic, you son of a bitch. And I love that, by the way. I love your voice, man. Like I always have. You just have that, like, deep, you know what I mean? And then you do a song like that, and other ones too. I've seen other ones. And I enjoy the fuck out of that because now I'm finally getting sang too, and I'm being entertained. You know what I mean? Like, and I always appreciated that. So a name other than White Jesus? I get called Jesus or Jesus a lot. That's for sure. I usually just smack him in the forehead and say heal. You know what I mean? Like, I always tell them too, it's like I don't wear white robes and have sandals, and it just doesn't, bad enough I go to church. But, well, weirdly enough, I get compliments. It's like, man, you look like Jesus. Well, you know what? I'll take that weird compliment. Because if I look like somebody that, let's not get into religion now. If I look like somebody like that, we'll leave it there. Then, great, thanks. Not what I was going for. I just got too lazy to cut my own fucking hair. And a lot of the time, I don't shave my face because I'm too lazy to shave my fucking face. And baby face, I might. I'm thinking about it. But, so there's the answer to that one. And the next part, actually, ironically enough, or the Boombastic Superman. Sorry, bro, just busted them. I don't really have much to bust, Tight pants, small balls. You know how it goes. The Boombastic Superman. Funny. Oh, I better move my head so you can see the mess on the bed, right? And, geez, I always do that. See, I'm backwards just like you are, Dad, in your life vids. There's the Superman symbol, still there, from my last Rent to Own 6 video. Awesome. See, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd call myself anything. I try not to. So he gets on to a serious question. It says, serious question. I personally would love to hear you strum something on your next vid and maybe a new vocal. And I thought about this when I first read this, when he first put it up, at least a week ago, because it says a week ago. I was going to break out Old Faithful, my guitar, and sit here and strum like 2 chords and go, and then put the guitar down, because, I think that's overkill, though. That's just something I was going to do. Just to get a laugh, because I'm only trying to make 2 people laugh anyway, so then you're one of them. I can't sing right now because, you know what I mean? La 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 la. You can hear the rattle, There's something right here, and on the screen it looks like the right side, but I'm actually pointing my left side. I'm driving in England. Right on the inside, right next to the muscle of my larynx, I can feel a sore spot. So I think I did something. Not the first time. So, and by that I mean I remember singing for like heavy rock bands and stuff, and singing for a cover band like Awake by Sunday, for example. And I remember doing like, I don't know, something stupid like 2 high-pitchy songs back to back, like, I don't know, Man on the Box, Battles and Chains, and then breaking into whatever else, right? And we did it smart, though, because there wasn't any spaces in between songs, and we just kept going. So we even did a medley, too, of 3 Big Wreck songs. We started the second set with that song, Blown Wide Open, which is one of my ultimate favorite songs. It has a lot of meaning to me, actually. And Lady Like. And but we didn't do medley. We didn't like mash them together. We did the whole songs, but we just broke right into the next song directly after the other one was done. So, and I remember my voice being so damn choppy after that. And man, I remember I coughed up blood a few times, and I thought it was from my stomach or something in my lungs because I'm a smoker, and I used to be a hypochondriac type guy back then, you know, I was worried about like, oh geez, and now I just don't care, you know, like it's going to happen. You can't control something like that. So, but yeah, it feels like that same thing that I did to myself a long time ago, having that same sore spot right up in here where your Adam's apple is, right in behind it on the side. And obviously you can hear I'm like spitting air when I'm speaking. Not a new problem, not a new thing. It's just I have to strengthen my muscles again, you know, when it comes to singing. I do take singing pretty seriously, if it isn't obvious already, you know what I mean? So, thanks for the questions, man. T.Heat, go check him out. Do it now. Stop watching me, go do it now. Love you guys to death. Next question comes from Toronto Fire, Mr. Flavio himself. Now, I don't know. He asked me, what is the, caps letters, the Dominion? I'm just doing this on the fly. I didn't cheat. I didn't look it up. The last thing I knew about the Dominion, they were a faction of bad guys in a video game. That's the only thing that comes to mind. I want to say Halo, but I could be wrong. It's just a collection of bad guys in video game. That's the only Dominion I'm aware of. As soon as I read that, I'm like, Dominion. Ooh. I'd say this is the Dominion for me because I live in a small box of a world, work, home, rinse, repeat, you know. So, I mean, if it's a collective area, you know, or an area filled with individuals or a group of people, I guess that's the definition. Again, I didn't cheat. I'm not looking it up. I am that stupid, I guess. You know what I mean? But, great question, man. What's your Dominion? What do you consider your Dominion to be? What's the Dominion to you? You know? I'd say it's like this, you know, this is my Dominion, you know, my messy apartment where I live. I'm in the spare bedroom, my computer room, and the blankets all over the bed and stuff, you know, because it's a mess, you know, that's my Dominion. I guess that would be the answer. Forgive me on that one, big guy. By the way, give me a call on the phone sometime, would you? And you too, Danny, just saying, Flav's got my number. And last but not least, on my YouTube page here, and I've been trying to avoid on camera my opinion on this. Flav says, from Toronto Fire says, please give us your opinion on Donald Trump, LOL. Ah, man. I don't pay attention to politics. I don't fucking care about politics. Now, you know, people are like, oh, but you should, you know. Yeah, okay, that's your opinion. My opinion is, and by the way, I'm Canadian, very proudly, by the way, as if you couldn't tell, you bunch of hosers, and Zamboni, and, you know, mush, and all that fucking stuff. I've never voted. I have never voted. Never. And I don't plan on it. Growing up the way that I did, seeing a lot of bad things that I have, especially to the people in positions of power. Go back to my Facebook and read my POP note. I just don't see eye to eye with money and politics blended together. It spawns a lot of negativity. I think I might just leave it right there. As far as Donald Trump is concerned, I remember watching The Apprentice when it first came out, just because, it's new, and that's back when I used to watch TV, because I really don't watch TV. I have a hard enough time keeping up with The Walking Dead. I just, first of all, to preface this, zombies freak the fuck out of me. I'm not scared of nothing. Everybody knows me, that knows me, knows that zombies scare the shit right out of me. They do. I've actually woke up from nightmares with a pretend shotgun in my hand, out of breath, going, and then I realize, okay, reality. And then I go, what the fuck? And then, right? People make fun of me for it. And I think that's fair. That's fair game. But I just caught up with the last episode of season 6, and where we have cable through Bell Alliant, I don't have the channel to have watched it on Sunday to see the first episode of season 7. But anyway, I'm getting off on a rant here, but I don't really, my point of that was I don't really watch shows. I don't really watch cable or TV. And I spend most of my time watching stuff on YouTube, like either on my Xbox or right here in this room or whatever. To escape, I play video games a little bit, like GTA 5 or Destiny. Fuck. Don't even get me started. So seriously, like, it's a small box I live in. I try not to expose myself to too much of the riffraff and bullshit. But, back when I used to watch The Apprentice, man, that was a long time ago, obviously. Really started to get to know, and Donald Trump did cameos on certain TV shows in the 90s or like 2000s or whatever, and you see him on there, and pretty sure he was on SNL one time too when I was watching that. I could be mistaken, but he just showed up in places, and and I'm a huge wrestling fan, and he showed up at a WrestleMania with a hair versus hair match with Vince McMahon, and you see him, I've seen him in pop culture many, many times. I never liked him. Horrible actor, if he did do any acting at all, if he's not playing himself, Donald Trump as himself in a show. Horrible actor. Very pretentious. My opinion on him is he's not a very savvy sort of guy. Obviously, he's a great businessman, but the only reason why, and this goes right into politics, and it's kind of funny, he's running for presidency of the United States. Goes hand in hand because, in order for him to make that much money and to have the billions that he has, he's had to step on a lot of people's toes. And I know that's pretty vague, but I can't, process for even myself to even talk about this because I'm that damn tired. I can't give you specifics, but I remember reading up on him. I'm pretty sure I saw a documentary on Donald Trump, for the business side of things anyway. I don't even want to get into hearsay because, all the rumors and stuff, or pedophilia and all this stuff. First of all, pedophiles deserve to be shot, and if they survive, they deserve to be shot again. And the smoking gun will be in my hand. So, how about that? There's that aspect of it. There's so many different things about Donald Trump that's just not likable for me. I don't know. I just don't dig him. I never did. Not that I'm anything fucking special, and I'm sure as hell not rich. Obviously, I live paycheck to paycheck flipping pizzas, so, excuse me. But, that's pretty much my 2 cents worth. He, to me, pretentious is a good word to use. But it does come with the territory. I understand that. I hope, and again, I'm probably going to sound like I'm hypocrisizing myself here. I can barely spell that word, let alone say it right now. I hope he doesn't get the presidency, because there are better people to do it, I will say go Hillary. I will. And even that's risky, but, and I think, and a lot of people are dumb. They're dumbed down. They're exposed to things that are just unintelligent. So they're going to go, well, first female president, yeah, we got to vote for her. And, you know, it's the big factor of her, not him, you know. Honestly, I thought Barack Obama did a semi-decent job. You know, I actually liked him as a president. But again, I'm Canadian. Like, what the fuck does it matter? It actually kind of does matter to me because they are world leaders, like, of the world. So it does affect us, you know, trades and borders and whatnot. But, yeah, I don't give a fuck. You know? Will I ever vote? Well, you know, I did consider that not too long ago. Stephen Harper was a jackass. I met him one time, and he's a jerk. I think Trudeau's doing a bang-up job for what I know of politics. I think he's doing a pretty good job so far for being pressured into this position. He's walked into so many things he has to fix first of all, and then get down to what he plans on doing. And I think he's doing great, honestly. I don't know the whole spectrum of it, but I think he's doing okay, you know, considering. I mean, there's a lot of people that might disagree with me when I say that, but hey, you know, okay, so why don't you sit in office and see how you do in the public eye? I don't know, man. It's just a Shark Tank environment, especially, you know, with the press and everything coming at you and twisting things. And for the reason why I don't watch cable, because back when I used to watch the CNN news and this, that, and news this and news that, like I was some fucking high-class New York kind of guy that's sitting there reading Wall Street Journal while he's trying to put money down on stock. You know, again, it's pretension, and I try not to live pretentiously. So, here you go. Thanks for the questions, you guys. So again, go check out T.Heat. T-Dot meaning the slang for Toronto, by the way, for those of you not in the know about that. To some of my American friends, how you doing? And Toronto Fire. Go check out Toronto Fire also. Pretty good reviews, and, no, not pretty good, very good reviews. Actually, I enjoy that. You know, right up there with Ted Barris, man. I just got done talking to him earlier. Ted Barris, the fire-breathing idiot. Go check him out, too. He's got his own channel also. I like what you guys do with your channel. I love what you've done with T.Heat primarily. And Flab, I just like you talking to the camera. You're too hard on yourself, man. That saying that, you know, should I vlog? Shouldn't I vlog? Yes, you should. You know, I get told I have a radio voice all the time on the phone, and I always say, yeah, and I've got the face to match it. I've got the face for radio. But, you know, you're a good-looking dude, man, and, you know, you really hook me in when you're talking to the camera. And Danny, I love your vlogs, too, and not necessarily your vlogs, but your live videos on YouTube. I try to sit here, and you've noticed, too, because I told you, if I don't have to go to work or if I'm, like, I have to step out or something, that's when you do your live videos. You always do it when I'm not here. I always try to catch them live. But you guys are both great separately and equally to me. You know, it's very entertaining, very hilarious, very funny. And the way you guys placate off each other, you know, the way you guys, you know, dick around with each other when you're on camera, I love it. I like that sort of thing. I wish I had somebody to do that here with me, or maybe even just a collaborative video. Hey, boys? Huh? Yeah. We could do it. Just to feed off with somebody else instead of just listening to me fucking talk for hours. You know what I mean? Like, no, that's really cool. You guys are doing a really, really good job with your channels. I really appreciate it. I mean, if anybody else says anything, fine. But I'm saying for me, I appreciate you guys because, well, not only do you appreciate me, but you're good at what you do. And you've always given me, both of you have always given me positive feedback. And thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your questions. I hope I answered them to the best that I could. You know, I had another question on my Facebook page. I'm not going to mention their name, but they asked me, well, why don't you do videos more often? And this has been going on now for too long, you know. Why don't I do more? I also had a question, you know, from somebody at work that I worked with that happened to catch my videos, and that's kind of risky, isn't it? But, no, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I could really sit back and do one video per day. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that And I got this before too from a comment at work that I worked with somebody, and they made a comment that said, well, is it because you're just trying to keep people locked in? And it's like, well, no, that's not necessarily it. I'm just literally doing videos to do a video, you know, and I'd never be the guy to do it. So there you go. I don't know about doing one every day. I have a hard enough time doing one every week, you know. I'm that damn busy. I really am, you know. This home for me, this apartment, is literally a 7-minute walk away from where I work. It feels like a PMQ for that said place. I'll never say it on camera. I don't know. I just won't. If you want to send me a message and stuff, I'll tell you where I work and stuff. But I mean, I wouldn't do it on camera for various obvious reasons. So, anyways, that's it for me for now. Thanks for all the questions. I hope I, did them justice. That Dominion one, Flav, I don't know. I didn't cheat. Obviously, I didn't look it up. I actually am that stupid. I just, on the fly. That's me. Maybe that's my nickname, Danny, for the stage. On the fly. It's a lot better than your flies open. But actually, I think your flies open would probably apply more to me. I would say, yeah, showing off my vagina. But no, seriously, thank you. I hope I answered them to the best that I could. And let's keep this going. I think I might keep going with Q&As. I think it's a good idea, because hopefully it's entertaining and you get to listen to this windbag talk for 40 minutes. But as long as you enjoy it and as long as you're taking care of yourselves. Rent to Own Part 7, the customer service one, is coming. I won't be able to do it tonight, but it will be coming up soon. This weekend I'll be taking time off, and me and Lisa are going to go camping for the first time, and for me for almost over 7 years, I want to say, give or take. So we'll be away for the weekend. We'll just be up north, further up north in New Brunswick. I know, like, a lot of you are going, isn't New Brunswick, like, way north anyway? You guys live in igloos? No. It's getting cold, though, but, hey, whatever. If I get a chance to get away for the weekend, especially with my beautiful, beautiful girlfriend, thank you, then I'm taking it. Because I always work weekends, and I have for the last over 5 years straight now. So, yeah. So, after I get back, I'll definitely be putting my notes together, and when I say notes together, up here, about doing Rent to Own Part 7. I'm looking forward to doing the customer service one, because there's so much you could possibly say about customer service, right? Either being on the giving or receiving end. So, I'll put that together, and I already have a couple of ideas in mind anyway. And before I go, I figured out my sign-off. I've always said this at work, and I try to separate work and home and this, you know what I mean? If you're working too hard, you're doing it wrong. See you later, Neverland. Thanks again for the questions. Bad guy loves you. Superman out.